awesome. Not as loud as the other ones, but if I focus on it right in the middle, it will be, but that's not a big deal. So, anyways, I'll try to sit up here. There we go. So what are we doing here? Right now, what I have here is, boom, my ATM switcher. ATEM Mini Pro. That's the one I have. If you want to record multiple angles and have a lot of files, you go ahead and get yourself the Mini Pro ISO. But if I was anybody, I'd get the Extreme because you get a lot more channels. We have channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, and channel 4, which is, go there, which is actually this computer here. How this is all set up is all the audio comes in here to this beautiful PreSonus AR12C mixer. The mixer is pretty cool. I like the mixer. It does what it needs to do. Do I love it? No. If I was going to do this again, I wouldn't buy the mixer. I would get the interface, which I will get the interface, which I have a different interface down here, and I have another interface at home. Let's turn off. See how that goes. Anyways, so sound comes in here, and this plugs in through USB-C to my Mac Mini right here. So the core of all this, I tell everybody, if you want to record and do a podcast or anything, start right there. Mac Mini with the M1 chip. They're inexpensive. Get one. That's what I highly recommend. Okay? So, with that in there, I can plug in my mixer. I can plug in my ATEM Blackmagic switcher. Plug into the computer. And also, we have multiple screens. So that's where I have OBS at the moment. But right now, we're down here. Sound back here. Good. Logic. Sweet. Anyways, sound comes in here, and I'm recording it right here on Logic. That is not good enough. So if you want to just record audio, you can push record here and get the audio later, and then throw it onto OBS and do the editing, which I used to do a lot. And there's a little problem. For some reason, if I do an episode for 2.5 hours and I get the audio and I try to put it on top of the video, somewhere there's a little bit of a, they call it audio lag, but I think there's some latency somewhere. And even if I put it the same bit rate, same frame rate, somewhere these two programs don't record exactly the same. I don't know why. It's just timing and numbers, but I haven't figured it out yet. But so you can do that, and I can still move things over and make it work. It's not that big of a deal, and we're talking about like small fractions of a second. But if you're editing and doing things, you're watching it and doing it the whole time, you're talking about hours on it, it starts to really annoy you. And if the video lags a little bit due to internet, like you're watching a little bit of lag and there's already some lag, sucked. Anyways, so what I do is audio comes in here, here, because this is for my preamp. I have a audio preamp down here, so like there's an overhead microphone, and then my microphone goes through the preamp, and then the 3 Roadcasters, they use the X-Max preamps that are built into this mixer. It gives you an extra 10 decimals of gain, so that's where people have to use like a cloud lifter for these Roadcasters, which really work great. I use a PreSonus mic. I think it's like a PD70. I can't remember. But I use a PreSonus. I really like that microphone. But I would say that the Roadcasters maybe work a little bit better. And if you're going to get a microphone for $99, the Roadcasters work great. They look awesome. And if you put a cover on it, it looks like any other microphones. They can make it look like a basic mic, but they work great. They're sturdy. They're fucking heavy. And they're good price. Other than that, what I super recommend, this microphone right here, I tell everybody, if you're going to start this. If you're going to go live, I like SM57s. They're great, but these are the mics, man. I love this. This is a Sennheiser 835. I have like 6 of these. This is how I started my podcast originally. Actually, I was using a condenser mic, but then I picked up too much sound noise. Like right now, they're doing all kinds of construction outside. You'll probably still pick it up, but man, with a condenser mic, toilets, everything. I picked up everything. So anyways, these Sennheiser 835s I highly recommend if you're going to start anything. I prefer these over the Shure SM57s or 58s. If you want to go spend a couple $100 and get that SM7B, you know, that's what they say the normal everybody gets. But hey, there's a lot of other people like I see a lot of what they call those sportscasters. They don't use that microphone. They haven't for years, and they use more expensive mics. There's other versions. I guess the look is the kind of thing people are trying to get a trendy version. My microphone kind of looks like that, but I like Persona's products. They're pretty good, and Sennheiser. So there's a couple things I will stick by. The Rode's working pretty good. GoPro, Blackmagic, Personas. I love Apple products for sure. Sony. I'm pretty much, you know, there are a couple things I use and I stick by, and they work. Why not keep using what fucking works, right? That's my goal. So anyways, it goes into this, and I record into Logic. I do record into Logic because it makes it really easy for me that I can bounce a Logic track real fast, audio, throw the music on there, and throw it to a podcast, audio podcast, and get it over with. I can make the video, then get the video, take the audio off the video, and do it that way. But it's much easier just to bust out Logic, send out the video. I can so what I do is here, like I said, I have a M1 Mac computer. This is the most basic M1 computer they have. I don't think I added any RAM or anything. I have an external hard drive. I didn't add anything in it. I think it's like $600. Go buy one of these. If you're gonna do any video recording, this has changed the game. You want to go buy a $2,000 laptop or PC, it will not do as good as this fucking computer. Trust me. Or don't trust me, Google it. You know what I mean? But these fucking M1 chips are amazing. The laptops are even better. So anyways, after I record the audio, I'll get the project and I'll airdrop it to my laptop, which is another M1 chip computer. A little more expensive because it's a laptop, but man, I can't say much. I can't say more about the Apple M1 chips. If you are not using an Apple One chip and you are doing any editing and recording, what are you doing, bro? I mean, it must take forever to do shit, or the expense that you have is ridiculous. Because man, I am busting these things out like fucking like nobody's business. Anyways, so real basic. So, got the audio from Logic. I'll share that to my computer. Go home, edit it, upload it. Audio's done. Right? Partway. So you need to get the audio into OBS. Right? That's where I record my video. So. All the cameras, they go back to the back of this. I have a plate. I guess we would call that a patch bay. So I made myself in HDMI patch bay. You can get online, find a little patch bay, little clips, get extensions, and then I hooked it here. So all the cameras, and then even a computer. Not this computer. I have another computer behind here. So it's like 4 computers in here right now. All Apple. So they all talk to each other. You know. Wish they talk to me. Anyways, so through the patch bay of cameras, they go into this switcher where I can, change all the channels, and then from here USB. Like you could record right on this. When I originally started, I have an older laptop. It is right here. My Beretta. You'll see me, that's what I use sometimes up there when I do switching, because it still works great. But recording audio, video, almost impossible. Audio, it does pretty good. So, there's another camera up there. It's a secret. Anyways, so, I don't record on this. If you get the newer one, the Extreme, it has 2 USBs, so you can record from this. And especially with the Extreme ISO, you can get all the channels Extreme, take it home, and there's so much other stuff you can do, especially with DaVinci Resolve. But how much editing are you trying to do in these podcasts? Most of these people have like 1 camera, and they don't change it. Joe Rogan has like 3 or 4 cameras. I think Flagrant 2 has like 5 cameras, maybe 6 camera angles, and also you can throw on the computer background. That's either going to do an OBS, or what I like to change around is like here 4. It's my computer's off. Why the fuck computer off? But yeah, so I have a computer going in there. Sometimes I'll have my laptop plugged in there because I have the patch bay in the back. I can easily just plug in any item I like to. So that's why I put the patch bay in the back. I want to move a camera. I have 3 GoPros. So GoPros is also another camera. The camera that you see right now, whoops, that's not me. That was here. This camera right here, this is actually a GoPro. I can't even see the number, but it's only like a 5 or something like that. But they're really cheap on eBay. And they record 4K. But the switcher doesn't really take in 4K very well. Oh no, sorry. The switcher takes in 4K, but it gives you the capabilities of this GoPro will only give you a wide angle. But if you go to 2.7K, which is what we're at right now, you can get a linear shot, and that's kind of what we're doing. So it's more of a square, if you do any other GoPro shots, a lot of times they get more of like a fisheye lens. So, but this is a linear angle, but 2.7 going into the switcher, and then everything out of the switcher is going to be 1080p, and OBS also, because everything on YouTube is 1080p, so why try to do more? But that's just my opinion. I'm not making a car chase or, not doing some kind of art film. Anyways, so I keep on telling everybody get the ISO, but you can get these Mini Pros for like, I think I paid like $700 for it brand new. You can get them on eBay probably $300 to $500, especially when they keep coming out with new shit. So patch bay, patch cords going here, and then I use my one USB-C going into the computer where I record on OBS, which is here. No, I'm gonna leave it there. It's on another screen. So from the Mac Mini, it has one one HDMI port, but there's a little device you can buy for like $30. It turns a Thunder port into a video, and that's what I have over here. So here's video 1, and then video 2 is up there, and it's all from this one computer. So I have Logic here, so I can see the files there, and then also sometimes in OBS I'll have video set up, so we'll have Internet Explorer here, and then on OBS when you can switch on the program, he'll be able to preview it here, and then it will switch over to the big screen. And the big screen's here, so basically everybody over there who is over there can see it on the screen here, and we can watch a video, or if they want to know what they look like, they can see, oh man, I keep on slouching, which I do all the time. Anyways, so this plugs into OBS, and that's how you get your video. I don't have any cameras all the cameras have microphones, but no, my audio is coming in through the camera. At first, when I originally started, I read something where I was getting the output of this, which I read, to turn into a eighth inch stereo input, because the ATEM Pro has a stereo input. They have actually 2 of them. So you can record the cameras if you wanted to. You can have the audio follow the cameras if you wanted to. You can have the audio record on one camera if you wanted to, or these 2 inputs. So I was going out of the mixer and going right in that, and that's how I was recording my audio. But I wasn't getting the audio I wanted. Like, I want my compressors, I want the EQ. So like right now, audio on this, I believe, here's me. So I have an EQ, and also I have a compressor on, and that is going to OBS, and I hear that stuff happening. So I want to hear it, and I want to have it happen up there, recorded with a little bit less me having to do mixing. So if I can just record good audio onto the video, I can get that video, and then just add all the other bullshit, right? So that's the plan. So how do you do that? So like I said, originally I was just getting the basic audio, plugging in here, but I didn't like the sound. And if I tried to edit the sound, I could only edit the overall sound, not the individual tracks. And that wasn't good enough for me. I wasn't getting happy with that. Yeah. Local wrestling coach in, when my host just hit me up, says, trying to get him in tomorrow, the next day. We'll see. Anyways, so I didn't like that quality. I want this quality. And if I try to edit later, it's a little bit of work, but I'm always trying to streamline this, because, I want to do a podcast today. I'm going to do a podcast tomorrow. I'm going to do a podcast Saturday. There's a lot of them I'm doing. And on top of that, we're doing a lot of other movies. We're doing short films. There's a lot of stuff we're doing. So I got to streamline this, especially if it's just me. So to hear how it goes. The short side. So the audio is recorded into here, but this is an input to OBS. And how do you do that? You have to download something called Black Hole. That's the secret. Black Hole. So anyways, Black Hole is basically a audio mixer switcher inside your computer. So what it does is takes the outputs from Logic and then turns them into inputs into OBS. So everything that comes out of Logic now is a feed into OBS. So when I record on OBS, I am recording this output, not individual tracks, but the overall output completely. So now I can really get an audio setting, I can adjust them, and I get the compressors, I get the EQs, I can use a limiter, so I can top people out so people aren't getting too loud. If I wanted to, I can even add, effects I can turn off and on. So there's a lot of things to do with that, with the black hole. So you need black hole to make this work. To me, this is what's been working for me. I've been doing this since, I don't know, the black hole thing I have been using for about 6 months now. Really like the black hole. It's the best process. When I was doing it other ways, I didn't get the audio quality I wanted, and like I said, the streamlining is really what we're into. I'm trying to streamline everything. So now when I record audio, the audio comes in here. I record one file to Logic so I can get my audio podcast put out quickly, right? So I push record here, and then I go over to OBS. If I stream, I'll push stream after I push record. But typically I'll record audio. I only stream on UFC, so we're just going to do basic recording. And then I push record on my video. So audio first, video second. Then I sit down and start recording. And then when I'm done, I can stop OBS, I can stop Logic, turn Logic into a airdrop file to send to my laptop, take this file, send it to my laptop, I go home. If you go to our YouTube link, I believe we have a link to, we use AE Juice effects. Please support the show. AE Juice effects are the best. I'll probably see if I can put a bunch of them here to see how much time I have when I do this. Busy guy. But anyways, AE Juice is all the effects we use. Everything I use is AE Juice. I love them. I haven't really found too many LUTs that I like. AE Juice, I don't know if they make LUTs, but I've been trying like Motion Array. I haven't found a single LUT at Motion Array they have that I like. So I've been always adjusting myself with the lighting or color grading, which I'm not the greatest at. But anyways, like right now I'm orange. Whatever. So, it's because of that light. This is not the original light. Typically I don't have this light on. This is just a fluorescent light. I'll have some other lights on it, but that's not what we're doing right now. Anyway. So when I get that file done from OBS, I just bounce it to my computer. I go over to Premiere Pro. I can put that file in there, and the audio, all I have to do is adjust the level. Typically I'll record it at a really, really hot level. Take it down just a little bit, and the audio typically is pretty good. And then I just get my soundtracks, my intros and my outros, and I put those in there, and then I already have a template set up through Premiere Pro. I do the same project over and over again, same intro, so I just take the old audio video out, put the new video in, and done deal. So anyways, like I said, Presonus, AR12C, input, audio, Logic, record, black hole, transitions that to OBS, where I can just push record on the video, and the video will automatically have the audio. Because the audio input on there, that's another thing, go to OBS, you take the audio input, you make it black hole, and it will cover it. You don't have to make it the input. Logic was sometimes, like when I originally recorded with the audio coming out of the mixer into the Blackmagic Mini, on OBS the audio would be the Blackmagic audio. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, well, let me try to do the mixer USB, but that it never came out exactly like I wanted to. It actually just give you straight tracks, not through Logic. It would be pre-Logic, which wouldn't give you the compressor, the EQ, and all the things I'm looking for. So, anyways, now so on OBS, input black hole through the preferences on your Apple computer. You go to audio. The output on that, you have to make a multi-output device. So when you're on, that's what you got to do through your preferences. It's really easy. You just push plus and it says multi-output device, and it says what do you want on this multi-output device. I'm like, oh, black hole, Logic, but cool, here it is, and then just puts it all out through the multi-output device. Input obviously is still my mixer. So anyways, that's how we're doing it. Boom, this black hole, record there. Black hole sends it to OBS, where the input is the multi-output device, which has black hole built into the system here. And then we have our output of this goes into this one. So the guy mixing here goes there. But that's just part of it. That's just part of it. So through here, how we control. So since it's plugged into USB to the computer, this computer can control the switcher. Or the person here control the switching can have the switcher. But right here, this white little cable right here, it plugs into, which I have over here, which is a network. Hell yeah, I got a network. Anyways, so that plugs into the network. I got a cable out of there that plugs into this laptop. See, there's my network cable. And then, so when I'm over on that computer desk, I can switch from this. The network cable makes it possible for the ATM switching program to be switched from any computer. Anything I plug into that computer. So right now I have that computer, I have this computer, and this computer plugged into it. My other laptop Air does not have a network plug-in. I could get one, but I don't need that many switching. So I'm not switching here, but that's where another thing comes in. I think these little networks are. Oh, here, mine's right here. See, mine's a. Let's see here. Here, I'll move the microphone a little bit. Mine's a TP-Link Giga switcher. It's like a 4-input, because like how many fucking computers are hooked on it. So if someone else sat here, like I have another, I'll give you a little twist here. Let me loosen this up. Yeah, so I'm over here. This is the producer's desk. Like I said, there's the other computer, and there's the switcher. There's we have multiple GoPros all over the fucking place. My main camera, my room camera, the chairs, studio, all the different things. My backup wall. This is another interview wall. There's my chair. I thought would be really cool, but seems to be really short. The door, all set. All these desks I made, all the tables I made. And then there's me. Back to all the decor. Here, this is a soundboard and shit that I got from work. Because I'm a dentist. Okay, I'm not a dentist. Anyways, so that's how we do it. The ATM switcher, ATEM Mini Pro, that's what I use. But we're going to definitely get the Extreme. Extreme is the one you want to get because it has, like, I think it's 8 inputs, and it is so much easier. For a couple $100, it's an investment. Obviously, if you're just going to be by yourself in your house, you might not need a switcher. You might use these. I have one laying out. Also have one of these. Elgato makes them. You plug them in, and they're really cheap, like $100, and then you can just plug in one computer or one camera. If that's what you're gonna do, I'd get one GoPro, get one of these Elgato, video capture cards. They have individual channels, just one channel, and that's good. Don't use your laptop computer. Camera, just get a nice little GoPro. Even this is GoPro 4. I have GoPro 4 up here. Yeah, so this is GoPro 5. So that's a GoPro. Let me see. Can't see anything else. Anyways, so the one back there, that's a GoPro 4. We have another GoPro 4 here. We have GoPro 5 here, and they all record 4K. The difference in a lot of these is the stabilization. As long as we're not running around, we're pretty good. But anyways, OBS down here, so times, and then so like I said on the switcher, boom. Here, this is another better angle. Hi, that's awesome. So, yeah. So, boom. That camera that you're seeing right now, that's a GoPro. But the difference between that GoPro, it is going through the video capture card. So, if you get an Elgato video capture card, if you get an Elgato video capture card, it will, I think, record a 4K, but transition it down to 1080p. I believe it will. But this is a cheaper one. You can buy one for like $20, $30. There's so many of them. It works pretty good, but it won't take a 2K or a 4K image. It only takes a 1080p. So this image you see here is 1080, and this one right here is 2. Man, I'm not going, Paul. What's going on? Fuck that angle, huh? Change this shit. Show more of that. Boom. Anyways, yeah, so this is the 2.7K, and then this is 1080p. So not bad, just showing the whole studio here. But anyways, so back to this. We got it. But I have another PreSonus product. I love PreSonus. I have the headphone jack. It's a 4-input. I keep it down here underneath this bad boy. And then this, I actually just use the headphone jack out of the mixer, and that's what plugs into the headphone jack. So I'm just getting straight headphone sound from there, which would be not the output. Because how this mixer works, there's one thing I don't like about this fucking mixer. Okay, did that work? Hell yeah. So the one thing I don't like about this mixer is if you want to hear the sound of the computer, you can't do that and the inputs at the same time, because they turn the input or the output into a channel. So let's see if I can do this right now. So if I do this, and nope, it just turns it right off because how the mixer's set up. So you can either hear the computer or you can hear yourself. But if you try to hear both of them, you can go like pre-fader level and put them all on that, and then you can finally hear both of them. But it would be such an echo. I've learned that. So I've mixed all these things back and forth, and then a couple different things where you used to turn it on and turn it off, trying to get audio. That's when the laptop comes in, because we get really deep. So the laptop I have here, this one, is plugged in through a FireWire to, I have a Pro Tools Digi 003, which is on the bottom here. So through here on my laptop, I can just plug in and play iTunes or anything. You know, whatever I play on there, a video file, it will just play through Pro Tools audio interface I have, and the output of that, I have that coming in through channels right here, 11 and 12. So when I do an intro, if I do an intro live, or we do the rap with the sound, or whatever we want to do, I can just do it on this laptop that have a switcher on it, so I can do switching. And I can do audio at the same time from that computer over there, or anybody else here. They can do the audio and switching from the laptop, or we can do it from over here. So this computer's struggling here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so anyways, so this computer over here, this is great. This second computer, this is an old style Mac Mini. Actually, the Mac Mini back there is the same as the laptop here. The laptop is kind of set up a little bit better. And this Mac Mini back here is something new we're trying to do to try to get a good video feed to this 4 here. But anyways, so where was that? The mixer, yeah. Getting the mixer sound is a difficult thing, but and getting the sound that you want to hear is always a difficult thing. So anyways, from the laptop, like I said, it comes out into another audio interface, and then from my audio interface, it comes in here, because if I want to play audio from this computer, there seems to be an echo. I have to create another channel. It is too difficult for me to figure it out at the moment. The best thing for me to say would be, you can get so many audio interfaces. You can get for $99. Or the proper way to do is get the proper audio interface right here. Or I could have done that too. Huh? No, yeah. Anyways, this has inputs in here, so you can come out of here and straight into the audio input to the mixer. It has a setup for like a headphone type jack. This thing gonna ever come on? It's fucking restarting, rebooting. Anyways, the smaller one is not an M1 chip. This is M1, no M1. So, anyways, that's best it comes out. The audio from this goes in there, so I can, sometimes I'll do that because when I record that, I can record this on a whole separate track. And that's another thing too, is when I go to Logic, I have my laptop set up for its own channel right there. Boom. So that's the laptop channel, and then I have my channel, all the guests are set up, and then the producer mic, and then I have an overhead mic, because sometimes people don't use the mic and they talk like this, and then I can't hard time getting the audio, and all the audio is really echoey, so I have an overtime head mic to get a little bit better, but, you know, it is what it is, right? So, come on, restart it, man, dude. 1 minute remaining. Yeah, right, not this end, guys. got streaming live over here. Anyways, so that's our setup. I thought it'd be fair to show, see how we do it. You know, that's me. That's me. Okay. Squish your head. Squish. Squish your head. Squish your head. Squish your head. Anyways, I'm old. Yeah, so this is the system. You want any questions? Anything we use, how we use it, what programs and whatever whatnots, please feel free to ask. Legends Podcasting